This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.
You're watching high school basketball on the Indiana Sports Network. Protect the
Good
things that
evening
matter
and
most.
welcome to the north side
Brian
of Terre
Sponsor.
Haute, Terre Haute North High School to be exact, for tonight's high school game of the week, and that is the last game of the regular season for these two proud institutions. Hello, friends. Walter Gordon, Troy Wilson, bringing this broadcast here tonight, an out-of-conference game to finish up the regular season. The Evansville North Huskies here in town to call upon the Terre Haute North Patriots. And Troy, second time this week that we've seen a team from the Southern Indiana Conference. Terre Haute South hosted a team just a few days ago, Terre Haute North. I don't know, was it scheduling on purpose that you're scheduling, two schools from Evansville to come down here at the end of the season?
Yeah, I guess it's a good way to have your senior day, right?
That's right.
But so far this year, North hasn't had much luck with teams from Evansville. They're 0-2 against them. They've lost to Central and Harrison. Harrison very good this year.
Yes.
Tonight with Evansville North, they're only 8-14 on the year, 4-5 in conference play. They finished 7th in the Southern Indiana Conference, so not one of the better Evansville teams this season. And North looking to tune up a little bit as they have a pretty heavy hitter in the first round of the sectionals.
Yes, they do. We talked about the Southern Indiana Conference on Southern Indiana Conference. I hope I said that. I think that's what I said a minute ago. That's what I tried to say just in case it wasn't. We talked about that conference on Tuesday night. So many formidable opponents in that conference, in a conference that is very, very deep, very tough. And we saw, I think, what did we see? Central just a few days ago at South. No, I'm sorry. No, Vincennes.
Yep.
Is what we saw. I'm sorry. But then not even close with that. But then just looking here, another team toward the bottom of the conference that is very deserving of Terre Haute North's full undivided attention.
Oh, absolutely. All these Evansville schools are tough. We've got North tonight. They're just 2-4 against other Evansville schools. That's, they're decent teams. So, when you count Harrison, Bossy, and, there's a slew of them down there. I can't remember all the names. Sure. But anyway, North is not going to have an easy run tonight. It'll be interesting to see how they come out this evening. They spread it around quite a bit. They've only got one scorer that averages more than 10 points. They play well as a unit. We've seen that all season. You don't finish second in Conference Indiana unless you've got some talent. So Coach Wolfley has got his crew working hard. They're on a bit of a slide here. I think they've lost 3 of their last 4. So certainly looking to break out of that slump tonight and carry that into next weekend.
And you mentioned Conference Indiana, the conference that Terre Haute North hails from. The Terre Haute North 4-1 in Conference Indiana, one of their better showings in recent memory. Maybe I think this is maybe the 12th or 13th year in Conference Indiana. I'm trying to figure out how many times they placed better than 5-1. I think that's when you're looking at the two Bloomington schools and the resurgence of Southport this year, winning that conference 4-1, nothing to sneeze at. Terre Haute North had a pretty good season. You mentioned the loss toward the beginning of the season at Evansville Central, a game in which Terre Haute North only scored 30 points in my estimation. Maybe one of their poorer, if not the poorest game of the season. That turned raised a lot of eyebrows seeing North only score 30 points down there at Central. Early in the season, they've come a long way since then. This is a totally different team.
Yeah, I think that was one of those games that kind of turned them around a little bit.
Yeah.
It showed them, we're not quite ready, we're not prepared, but they turned it around pretty quick. It took a lot of eyeballs off of them early in the season. And, they're not a team you want to count out by any means. Both of these teams won sectional championships last season. So this is a pretty good matchup we've got tonight. The Huskies, we don't know a whole lot about them. We haven't seen them up here this year. They did squeak out a win over Terre Haute South, however, a 2-point victory. So South's no joke either. So they're certainly someone you've got to take seriously. And we saw it the other night. South came out kind of slow on senior night.
Right.
We'll see if North does the same or if they're ready to roll.
Another day, another senior night. The emotions will be running high. Who can kind of be even keel and come out with a nice start? The Huskies and the Patriots right here on the Indiana Sports Network. We'll step aside for our first break on our pregame show. We'll be back with more after this.
Protect the things that matter most to you. Brian Sponsler, localizing 25 years of insurance experience to bring you and your family better coverage for less. Brian Sponsler Insurance for auto, home, life, and business.
Get the best high school rankings on XL High School Sports.
The Fellowship of Christian Athletes has the mission of leading every coach and every athlete into a growing relationship with Jesus Christ and His church. Through camps and huddles, character coaches, and special events, we are making an impact in West Central Indiana. Check out where you can get involved at our website, wcindianafca.org. FCA, we are the heart and soul in sports.
At H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they make sure your return gets done right. It's not just numbers, boxes, and forms. It's personal care, so you get every credit and deduction you deserve. With an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
This is Sue Goshen from your locally owned H&R Block in Brazil. Walk in, make an appointment, or drop off your documents, and we'll tackle your taxes while you're away.
Protect the things that matter most to you. Brian Sponsler, localizing 25 years of insurance experience to bring you and your family better coverage for less. Brian Sponsler Insurance for auto, home, life, and business. You're watching high school basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
And a big thank you to our sponsors, Goshen H&R Block, Great Dane, Hamilton Center, Lynn's Pharmacy, Mossy Oak Properties, Riddell National Bank, Sponsor Insurance, and York Automotive. York has 5 locations in totality. They have ones in Brazil, Greencastle, Crawfordsville, and Plainfield, kind of spread it around, ready to serve you. You're in the need for a newer pre-owned vehicle. Check out the folks at York, they'll hook you up real nice. When you look at this game, these two teams trying to get ready for sectional play, both of them have had some streaks, been some kind of streaky nature. I know Terre Haute North started the season with 3 losses, and they went on a win streak of 5 games. They've had another win streak of 7 games. Evansville North win a couple games in a row. They're right now winners of 3 out of 4, as you mentioned, a couple win streak. But also lost 8 games in a row toward the early, if it be the end of the first quarter and into the second quarter of the season.
Yeah.
That stretch was not kind to them, but they've regrouped and they're on the Terre Haute North logo. I'm just that catches my attention.
Draws your attention, doesn't it?
Whenever I'm the home team and I see somebody else on my logo, that rubs me the wrong way. I didn't go to North. I don't play for North. I didn't coach for North. I hope somebody from Terre Haute North is seeing this right now.
I think a lot of fans are right here. I know that. They got a hearty boo when they came out the first time.
The coaching staff needs to be seeing this and have some words about this. That's kind of a sacred ground, the logo. I like that for Evansville North. That's pretty
right?
good, pretty gutsy.
Yeah.
Terre Haute North, they're going to have to. Anyway, kind of threw me way off when I see stuff like that. But when you look at both of these teams, the streaky nature, I know both teams would like to have continuity and just keep plodding along, rolling along, just keep trucking toward the end of the season. Didn't quite happen like that, but it's this and then the sectionals.
Yeah, and, that's what Terre Haute North, they're in just a little bit of a funk right now. They've dropped their last 2 to Hamilton Southeastern, which was a shocker. I mean, they've only won 7 games this year, and they come in and beat North, and then, they lost to Center Grove, but everybody loses to Center Grove. So, that one you almost see coming. But, They're on just a little bit of a slide. They are 10-4 here at home this year. They've done a good job taking care of the home court. But Evansville North, on the other hand, 4-4 on the road. That's pretty respectable, honestly.
Especially when you have 8 wins in total.
Yeah, half of them are on the road. You know, doesn't really matter where they play is what that says to me. So, you know, it's going to be a pretty good battle tonight, and excited to watch it. And, you know, our last basketball telecast of the season, so a little bittersweet this evening, I guess.
Terre Haute North Patriots coming back out for their last warm-up. We'll step aside quickly for a commercial break, come back with the rest of our pregame show right after this.
Protect the things that matter most to you. Brian Sponsler, localizing 25 years of insurance experience to bring you and your family better coverage for less. Brian Sponsler Insurance for auto, home, life, and business.
Treatment for those with mental illnesses and addiction issues has evolved over the years.
In the late 1960s, Indiana's mental health system began to take shape.
From 1971
to 2021,
Hamilton Center has touched the lives of thousands of people
in Central and West Central Indiana.
We are committed to the latest therapies
to improve the quality of life for those with mental illnesses.
Treatment works.
Recovery is possible.
And thank you, Indiana.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools.
We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstetter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service, dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
You're watching high school basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
Well, folks, we've been mentioning sectional being right around the corner. Of course, the draw last Sunday. And the Terre Haute North Patriots, you mentioned it, kind of alluded to it. They opened the sectional, which is the Plainfield sectional, sectional 12, against Brownsburg. That'll be kind of a second-round sectional matchup, a sectional semifinal matchup. Terre Haute North against Brownsburg. Brownsburg 18-4 on the season, and always very good. It seems like in any sport.
Yeah, and they won the Hoosier Crossroads Conference this year. That's going to be real tough, you know. And you know, last year they ran the table, won sectionals. They beat Mooresville, Brownsburg, Avon, and you know, then they go up against the mighty Cathedral and come up just short.
Game of battle.
Yeah, they only lost by 5, so, you know, it's definitely a team that can compete with anybody, and they've really got to be on their game next week, and I would think Coach Wolfley sees tonight as a really good opportunity to tune up and get everything in order for next week. That's what the whole season's about, getting ready for that sectional title and see if they can bring it home again.
I think you'll see some athletes here tonight that maybe in the same vein as what we'll see against Brownsburg, maybe not quite to that caliber, but we'll see some athletic young men on the court tonight that could give some problems to Terre Haute North Patriots. Looking at Evansville North. Evansville North drew the bye, and they will be in the sectional semifinals. They'll play the winner, of Jasper and Evansville Harrison. Jasper 12-10. Harrison 16-6. The good thing about this for Evansville North, number one, to the bye. That's always nice. Number two, they host the sectional.
Oh yeah, that's always a bonus, right? You get some home cooking in there. Right. You got your fans in there, and you know, I would expect they would hope Jasper pulls a mighty upset, and they'll get to face the Wildcats. But Harrison's pretty tough this year. Either way, they seem to be able to be competitive. It's kind of the Caden and Braden show when it comes to Evansville North. It's Braden Hubner averaging 17.5 points a game, and then Caden Gelhausen, the big 6'6" center. He's going to be a tough matchup for Ethan Scott tonight.
And of course, Evansville Harrison and Jasper both were able to beat Evansville North this season. We have a special presentation at half court. The Fellowship of Christian Athletes winner for Terre Haute North.
From the bowling team, Mary Brooks. Here presenting awards, Area Director Joe Summers and Tom Simons of Simons Driving School, sponsor of the award at Terre Haute North. All seniors who have won the award will be in contention for a scholarship to be awarded $1,000, which will be given at the annual FCA banquet in March. Congratulations to Jaden and Mary for being featured at Winter Sports Season Character Council Award winners.
And a big congratulations to those two students for winning that prestigious award and have an opportunity to win further awards at the FCA banquet. And that'll be a little bit later down the line. So we saw Terre Haute South at the FCA winner. We see that here at North. Students doing good things, leading and serving here in the Wabash Valley area. We'll step aside for our last break in our pregame show. When we come back, we'll give the starters and the tip. High school basketball here at Terre Haute North, only on the Indiana Sports Network.
You're watching West Central Indiana boys basketball on Indiana Sports Network.
At Great Dane, we are proud to invest in our people and the communities we call home. We are hiring now for trailer assemblers and welders across the country. We need the makers, people who are ready to make a difference. We need you. Build something bigger for yourself and your family with great health benefits, advancement opportunities, 401k, pension, and more. Apply today at greatdane.com/careers.
Grace Clinic Health Professional. Affordable, compassionate, comprehensive healthcare for the whole family. In Terre Haute and Greencastle.
At Indiana Land and Lifestyle, we go to great depths to list and sell your property. If your agent isn't willing to go to these depths,
6 acres with bass,
to list and sell your property, don't you think that's a little fishy?
And there's fish everywhere. Oh! And snapping turtles!
For all your Indiana land needs, check us out at indianalandandlifestyle.com.
Oh, that's gross.
We're the Browns, and this is our account. Our relationship with Riddell really began when we were kids, so when we started our business, it seemed like a natural fit for us.
Riddell's provided all of our financial needs for both personal and business, and we could not be happier with the level of service that we're provided.
Riddell National Bank has helped us grow our business so that we can help grow our communities with the core values that we both share. If you're looking to grow your business, Riddell is your best option.
I'm All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor for York Automotive. York is my #1 pick for your next car, truck, or SUV. Shop from over 600 vehicles at yorkautomotive.com today.
You're #1 at York.
As the Terre Haute North dance team carries the flag off of the gymnasium floor, we have honored America, and now we will have the introductions of the starting lineup. First for the Evansville North Huskies.
First of all, for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Evansville North Huskies. Starting at guard, #1, Kiamare Barnes.
#1, Kiamare Barnes. #10, Braden Hepner. #30, Bryson Chapman. #33, Caden Gilhausen. And #34, Caleb Harris. No seniors in the starting lineup for the Huskies. And the Terre Haute North Patriots now, the starting lineup. Senior #10, Chris Owen. A 5'8" senior, Jaden Moore. Your
Starting at guard, a 6-foot senior, number 23.
a 6-foot senior, Alex Ross.
Starting at forward, a 6'3" senior, number 33, Jaden.
A senior, Jaden Wade.
And starting at forward, a 6'2" senior, number 40,
And a senior, Ethan Scott, will round out the starting five for the Patriots. So for the Huskies, we've got Barnes, Hubner, Chapman, Gelhausen, and Harris. For the Patriots, we've got Owens, Moore, Ross, Waite, and Scott. The Patriots have like 9 seniors on the roster. So not everybody can start on senior night.
Yeah, you got to kind of pick and choose, I guess.
Yeah.
But, you know, there's a lot of experience on the floor to start this one. That's for
right.
sure. Evansville North only has 4 seniors on their roster, so kind of a young team, I guess, when you look at the Huskies.
And the tip goes to the Huskies. Huskies in the money green uniforms, black numbers. Owens, the pest, strips that one away, but the Huskies stay with it and score a triple to begin the game.
Yeah, that three-pointer knocked in by Braden Hubner. Hubner averages 17.5 per game.
So you'll see his number being called a lot, or said a lot, and ball in his hands and the places to score. Speaking of places to score, Ross couldn't dial that one in. Huskies coming away with it. Chance of defense filled the gymnasium here at Terre Haute North. Good defense there by Scott. And a tough drive. No good on the shot as Chris Owens provided enough defense and got the rebound. The aforementioned Scott, the little half hook off the back iron, and here come the Huskies.
It's going to be a fun matchup tonight. Scott's
Yeah,
at
it is.
6'7", and Gelhausen at 6'6", and they both kind of lead their
The fellowship.
team.
Here come the Huskies in the paint. Little pull up off the rim. That shot no good by Chapman. A long two-pointer by Ethan Scott is up and good. The Patriots are on the board, 3-2, nearing 6 minutes to go, first quarter.
That always kind of eases the defensive pressure when the big man can step out like that.
Ethan Scott showed that ability last year, started to be able to step out from 15 feet in the and somewhere around there. We'll get a foul, first foul of the game. Under 2 minutes to go at Manchester. Rose-Hulman 64, Manchester 57 in the conference semifinals. Gonna have 1.5 eyes on that. Hoping
so far,
that
so good for the Fighting
Engineers
Engineers.
yeah,
huh?
hoping that they can make it to the championship game. It's gonna be a tough 90 seconds down there. We're just getting started here. 5:48 to go. Free throws are up and good by Caleb Gilhouse. Caleb 6'6", just a junior. Ethan Scott, Jaden Waite with the obligatory mullet. Got to have somebody on the team with a mullet, don't you?
These days, it seems like it. It's a requirement. So.
For some strange reason, Ross was wide open. He nails the mid-range jumper. We're tied at 4.
There's one guy on the team you don't want to leave open. I think, well, either of the Rosses.
Yeah, that's right.
But
if the right one doesn't get you, the left one will. Three-pointer up, no good. And here comes Moore with the rebound. Patriots slowed down by the Huskies in transition. You love to see good transition defense. Here comes Jaden Moore. Gives up his dribble to Chris Owens. Moore being guarded by Kamari Barnes. Barnes all up in the skip pocket. Moore going to get, Owens going to get 2 free throws on the drive. The foul will be team foul number 1 on the Huskies. Foul will be on Caleb Harris. Patriots going to need to hit their free throws in this game, and especially early. They're kind of always good to see the ball go through the net.
Yeah, that's not been one of their strong suits this year as he gets the second one. But really, other than Isaac Ross, it's been a struggle from the line.
Good spacing, good cutting action by the Huskies. Ball on the deck. Owens almost got it, but the Huskies retain that possession. Little floater in the lane is up and good. 6-5.
That's Bryson Chapman, number 30 in there. He's averages actually pretty well, about 6 rebounds a game, but Chapman also about 9 points a game.
Shot from distance, up, rattle around. I think it went off the head of Gelhausen, and it'll go way of the Patriots. You know, senior night tonight, we mentioned that as a 4-minute show on the clock in the first quarter. I think we might have set a record for the number of seniors on the court. Looking at basketball, the band, you're looking at this cheer team. I hope I'm not forgetting anyone. There had to have been, 40 students out there?
I know you couldn't see any of the paint on the floor.
No, you could not. Here's Jaden Wade, a tough one, rolls all across the rim. Iron unkind, as Vern Lundquist would say. Oh, and the block on the other end by Ethan Scott.
You know, that's the one stat that I didn't bother to write down for Terre Haute North because they just don't get any blocks, but that was a huge one by Ethan Scott.
Interior pass is going to lead to a charging violation. That's going to go the other way.
First turnover of the night for either side. Pretty clean first quarter here. Low scoring, but pretty well played. Just neither team shooting it very well at the moment.
No substitutions in the game, I don't actually. No substitutions in the game either way, I don't think. There are low change in defense. Jaden Wade couldn't quite hit the free throw line jumper, outlet pass going to Barnes.
Good idea pulling that one back.
Yep. And just like that, Bryson Chapman, a flurry down the lane and got the little reverse layup to go.
Well, somebody's got to get in there and get Gelhausen off the glass. Already 4 rebounds.
Ross open again, just can't hit that one. He's got several open looks. He'll hit his share of these. His brother is getting ready to come into the game, and that being Isaac Ross. And here come the Patriots. Ross put up another one. Not quite. Rebound coming down to Harris. And look at that transition defense. I mentioned that. Jaden Wade getting back in transition and getting the steal.
Patriots 0 for 3 from long range to start this one.
Scott bodies, gets fouled. He'll get 2 free throws.
Yeah, we were talking about Caden Gelhausen averages 11.8 per game and also 9 rebounds, so almost a double-double every time out. And he is certainly, we're pumping our fist up here. Walt, what's going on?
First of all, you're dodging my fist pumps. I hope I didn't come that close to you. Rose Holman 66, Manchester 63, a final. Engineers had to withstand a couple of three-point attempts in the last 10 seconds, one of them being off of the dreaded offensive rebound by Manchester. I thought that was going to go down because they always do. Engineers will play tomorrow night in the championship game of the HCAC tournament 7 p.m. Not on our airwaves, unfortunately.
You know what we
But I do
say
plan
all
to be
year
there.
about the Heartland Conference. It doesn't
Anybody.
matter how you get in the tournament.
Yep.
Just get in the tournament.
Yep.
So
They'll play Anderson, who beat Hanover by about 6 or 7 points at the 5 o'clock game. So if you're not really concerned about that, sorry, I am. So I'm telling you anyway. 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Low-scoring affair. North trying to get their offense going. Evansville North did a good job on defense, changing the defense up a little bit. Now into a little of a trap. They got the steal, and there's Chapman with his hands on the ball, bringing it up the front court.
another senior Bryson Carpenter into the game for the Patriots, and also Kavish Reddy's in there.
And Reddy, a young man that does. Oh, what a screens the offensive foul. Caleb Harris lowered the boom. And that young man is well put together. I'm imagining that he plays something other than basketball. You see the arms on that kid?
Yeah.
Goodness. When he sets a screen, he sets a screen.
See Sam McKinney in there as well for the Huskies. Number 3, he's a junior.
I don't know what. I'm assuming that Harris plays football. You make a good linebacker. 6'3".
I can see that.
Boy. I don't know what he plays, if he plays football, what position, but I'd love to know that.
Not a ton of size for either of these teams. North throws it away again.
Excuse me, oh gosh, I got engineers in my brain, I'm sorry. Evansville North getting the offensive board. Best time to shoot a 3 is off of that. They can take it to the paint. Can't get it. Here comes Reddy with the rebound. Reddy gets to Carpenter, but they advance to Ross.
Pretty slow pace to this one so far. That actually would suit the Huskies. They're kind of a lower scoring team. There's a block.
What a block. The interior pass led to a block in Evansville North. I keep wanting to say North and North, but they're both North. So I'm trying to be specific for you here tonight.
You know, in their respective towns, they are both known as just North. So we'll see who the king of the North is tonight, I guess.
Carpenter with 12 to go, 12 seconds that is, in the corner. Patriots down 1, trying to go into the quarter break, up at least 1. Got to do it quickly. 4 on the clock.
Got to put it
no
up.
time. Isaac Ross pump fakes and lets it go off the glass, off the rim, and harmlessly to the court. Evansville North, a 1-point lead. We'll be right back up this for the second quarter.
I'm all-pro running back Jonathan Taylor for York Automotive. York is my #1 pick for your next car, truck, or SUV. Shop from over 600 vehicles at YorkAutomotive.com today.
You're #1 at York.
At H&R Block, tax time is our favorite time of year. It's when our tax pros get to do what they love the most, help people. By getting to know you, they make sure your return gets done right. It's not just numbers, boxes, and forms. It's personal care, so you get every credit and deduction you deserve. With an average of 10 years experience, our tax pros get your taxes done right. Just one of the many ways Block has your back.
This is Sue Goshen from your locally owned H&R Block in Brazil. Walk in, make an appointment, or drop off your documents, and we'll tackle your taxes while you're away.
Protect the things that matter most to you. Brian Sponsler, localizing 25 years of insurance experience to bring you and your family better coverage for less. Brian Sponsler Insurance for auto, home, life, and business. You're watching high school basketball on the Indiana Sports Network. Protect the things that matter most to you. Brian Sponsler.
Well, we're getting ready to start quarter number 2 as Evansville North has a 1-point lead on Terre Haute North. You know, it's interesting when you have a lot of these directional schools, it's kind of disrespectful to just, for someone who is the away, from the away team or away city, just refer to them as North.
I think you're right. Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like, just to refer to them as their town. Like a lot of times, if north or south, they would just say that's Terre Haute, as if there's only one school in Terre Haute. I don't think that happens to Evansville. There's about a 10. I think the count that we were talking about this last year with some friends. I think there's like 10 or 11 high schools in Evansville, something like that.
I know there's at least 9. but there could be more. I'm not sure.
It feels like there's 9 in the Southern Indiana
Well, no,
Conference,
now
but
there
there's
is at least 10 because I just remembered another one. So
Yeah. Okay.
I can't name them off because I know I'll screw that up.
Well, a low-scoring affair here as both teams. It's not from a lack of effort. They're both executing, fairly well. I think you talk to their coaches for Terre Haute North, Coach Wolfley, for Evansville North, Coach Jason Roach. Neither one of them will give their teams an A for execution, but I think they're both passing.
The shots aren't really falling yet.
No.
Terre Haute North 0 for 5 from three-point land.
And Chapman, who seems to have the advantage just about every time he has the ball. Just a freshman, 6'3". Some would say he probably still has a little more growing to do. And how many points does he have? About 6?
I've got him with 6.
Okay. Offensive board, Jack Holes. He can't finish that one off. Good interior defense there to bother him as Evansville North's got a 3-point lead.
Chapman's the leading shooter on the team, too, at 46%. So just a freshman, that's a little frightening.
Yeah.
They've got some pretty decent size between him and Gelhausen, and also number 23 in there, Alec Vidoni. He's a senior.
You know,
the
way the game is played, you love to see teams that have, wings. I guess you could put them in, classify some as wings. Maybe so that 6'3", a 6'5", maybe a 6'6", type of player that can do multiple things. Like Kavish Reddy, who just got that rebound. Kavish is listed at 6'2", but I would put him in that wing category based on the way he plays. They swing that around, and finally Isaac Ross gets one to go. Ties it at 10. Evansville North does not want to see either of these Ross boys get hot. A nice drive and then a miss. Rebound by by Jack Holes. He's a 6'7" junior. Carpenter in the paint, very crafty. In a quick timeout. Coach Roach wants a timeout. We'll give him a 30. We'll be right back.
Treatment for those with mental illnesses and addiction issues has evolved over the years.
In the late 1960s, Indiana's mental health system began to take shape.
From 1971
to 2021,
Hamilton Center has touched the lives of thousands of people
in central and west central Indiana.
We are committed to the latest therapies
to improve the quality of life for those with mental illnesses.
Treatment works.
Recovery is possible.
And thank you, Indiana.
You're watching high school basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
Well, the Patriots have kind of surged ahead. Back-to-back buckets. That's the first time they scored on back-to-back trips. They had a three-pointer by Isaac Ross, and then a little runner, or not runner, but a little drive to the paint by Bryson Carpenter. They have a 2-point lead.
Yeah, that's the first time I'd say there was momentum going either way tonight.
Right.
Honestly, it wasn't a poorly played game or anything. Just nobody was really claiming their stake to this one. And finally, North made a little run, and Coach Roach put a stop to that pretty quick.
Carpenter providing good defense with the block there off of Hubner. And then the follow, as we couldn't get that rebound, is going to lead to 2 free throws.
Evansville North 8-2 when they score 60 or more, and that says a lot because they've won 8 games this year. So they don't score 60, they don't win the ball game.
They're definitely not on pace for 60, but things can change in the blink of an eye. The one thing that you look at them, they give up 61 per game, and they've given up their fair share quite a few times. When you look at the way things have gone, they've been better defensively as of late. So defense is getting better for that team, and like to see that. Ready, jumped to make a pass, got bailed out, and there's old Isaac Ross. They called a timeout last time, don't this time. He's got back-to-back threes.
I've seen this movie before, Walt.
Haven't you? I think a lot of teams have been seeing this movie for the last few years with those Ross boys.
Yeah, Terre Haute North, very senior-laden team. So they are certainly looking to make something happen this year.
Drive and kick. Three-pointer, no good. Good fight there by Gelhaus to get the rebound. He bodies up. Can't get that one to go. A little unlucky, and Huebner has it. Another crack at it for the Huskies, and not enough fourth. That's black by a holes. All line of contact, no foul. Coach Wolfley incensed, wants a timeout. He wants to call a timeout, talk about these offensive rebounds he's given up. Guarantee it. The guy that was a call, I don't know what the call was, but he's going to get the timeout. Coach Wolfley's about to lay to his boys. We'll take a break so you don't have to see all that. 3:54 to go in the half.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools.
We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstetter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
You're watching West Central Indiana boys basketball on Indiana Sports Network.
You're watching high school basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
Folks, I've known Coach Todd Wolfley for many moons, and I'm telling you, that young man and I are cut out of the same cloth. If my team gives up 4 offensive rebounds in one trip, I'm doing exactly what he did. I'm calling a timeout. I'm laying into them, and if that doesn't work, I'm coming with 5 new guys. I love the timeout.
Yeah, he still looks pretty perturbed over there on the
is.
bench. It's hard to let that one go.
Yeah, you can't have that. They finally scored. The Huskies finally scored, but you can't give a team 4 or 5 chances to score on one possession. That's just unexcusable. Randy on the drive, got fouled, no call. Contorts his body. Probably should have passed that one out. He stays with it. Now Scott, now Halls, and another block. Another block and a foul going the other way. There's been a lot of contact. A lot of contact both ways, on both ends.
So they had a little chat with a couple of the big men right when Coach Wolfley called that timeout, and now we see some elbows flying around from, I think that was 32 in there, wasn't it? Or 23, sorry, that's Alec Bedoni.
Jack Halls will come out. Jaden Waite, who has more weight, will come in. You're not going to, push him around quite as easily. Not to say it's easy to pitch around Halls, but Waite a little bit stronger of a specimen. Into the paint and back out. Love teams to touch paint. Under 3 minutes to go in the half. Patriots up 15-14. Might be first to 40 tonight.
We're certainly set up for a low-scoring affair.
Huebner cans the 3 to give his team a 2-point lead.
Huebner the first into double digits this evening.
How many does he have?
He's got 10.
Man, wow. I didn't realize he had 10. Huskies in a bit of a, maybe a little bit of a matchup. As the Patriots trying to figure things out. Here comes a great drive. Just couldn't pay it off. A great drive by Jaden Waite. Just didn't make the shot. I'd love to see more of that from Jaden Waite. He's very quick. Carpenter gets bodied. He'll get a foul, a draw of foul. That was going to be called on Johnson, I do believe. No, that's not an 11, that's a 1. Kiamari Barnes be called for that infraction. That's his first, team's 5th.
Another Husky senior, Josh Neff, has come in for the first time, number 31.
Interior pass tipped, and here come the Huskies. Ready, tried to draw a charge, didn't work. And the bucket is good by the Huskies. I believe their biggest lead of the game is 4 points.
Yeah, 5 turnovers for each side in this one.
Calls. Oh boy, he thought that Carpenter was going to cut baseline. Little miscommunication there. We're going to see for the first time, I do believe, Cam Baker. Also going to see come back in Chris Owens.
This has been what the Patriots have been fighting the last few games. Just kind of a disconnect on offense, and it's got them struggling. You'd like to see them kind of get it together here the last 17 minutes of the regular season.
Huskies trying to do the same, trying to get it together. Huskies winners of 3 out of their last 4. Nice drive. That's Gelhausen, 6'6" junior. Where am I wrong? Was that Neff? They said Neff.
No, you were right.
Okay, all right.
They announced the wrong guy.
Okay. Thank you. Cam Baker passes up 3 drives, gets into the paint. Tough one, tried to get his own rebound. That was going to stay here. It was tipped off of the hands of Chapman.
Walt, I realize I misspoke in our pregame show. I must have got confused, as usually happens. But it was Brownsburg that's lost their last 2 to Hamilton Southeastern. That's what was kind of shocking to me, because that's not a real strong team.
Isaac Ross once again in the coffin corner. I'm telling you what, I don't know when's the last time these Rosses have seen open looks like these.
It's not a wise idea if you're playing defense against the Patriots to leave them open.
Offensive foul and leave the Patriots the last possession, should they choose to accept it. 18.5 seconds to go.
One more of those Ross three-pointers and we could have a tie game going into halftime. See what the Patriots draw up here, ready inbounds.
Baker brings it across the 10-second line. Down to 10. Ready in the paint, gets fouled. He'll get 2 free throws, unless they say it's on the floor. Nope, they're holding up 2. Went a little early, though. 8.4 seconds show on the clock.
Ready, a 71% free throw shooter. That's second best on the team.
Boy, he better make these, or else he's going to hear about that early drive in halftime, I think. He might hear about it even if he does.
Yeah, that's true.
Go that early.
You've given the Huskies an opportunity now. So.
Patriots will draw within 1 if they make this free throw. They do, and they do. Carpenter in, ready out. 8.4 seconds. Huskies got to have to go the length. Here comes Hubner.
I would think Hebner would be driving. Yep.
He is down the paint, plenty of time, off the rim. Nothing doing, and the Huskies do go into halftime with the break, with the lead. It is 1, not the 3 that they so desired on Hubner's drive. 21 Huskies, 20 Patriots. We'll step aside for a break. Come back with our halftime show. You're watching Terre Haute North basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
You're watching West Central Indiana boys basketball on Indiana Sports Network.
We're the Browns, and this is our account. Our relationship with Riddell really began when we were kids, so when we started our business, it seemed like a natural fit for us.
Riddell's provided all of our financial needs for both personal and business, and we could not be happier with the level of service that we're provided.
Riddell National Bank has helped us grow our business so that we can help grow our communities with the core values that we both share. If you're looking to grow your business, Riddell is your best option.
At Great Dane, we are proud to invest in our people and the communities we call home. We are hiring now for trailer assemblers and welders across the country. We need the makers, people who are ready to make a difference. We need you. Build something bigger for yourself and your family with great health benefits, advancement opportunities, 401k, pension, and more. Apply today at greatdane.com/careers.
You're watching high school basketball on the Indiana Sports Network. It's time for the halftime report on the Indiana Sports Network.
Well, we've played 16 minutes, and both teams, thankfully, have scored more than 16 points, so that's a plus. They haven't scored many more. As you see the Terre Haute North dance team on the floor doing their halftime routine. There are 6 young ladies out there. 4 of them have colleges printed on their t-shirts, so I'm assuming those are the seniors.
Yeah, well, I remember the other 2 are the exchange students. So
okay,
they were going overseas after this. So
that's right. One was from
farewell
Germany.
to all of them. So.
I think one was from Germany.
Yeah.
And will have 2 more years of school. And then the other, I can't remember where she was from, but that is really awesome that you have as exchange students, and they're here at Terre Haute North participating.
3 of them are staying in state. I've gathered that, and I don't know why one's going to Michigan State, but whatever. It's her decision, I guess.
You know, it's just fascinating when you hear the senior day presentations to hear where our young men and young women are going to go to school, what their aspirations are. Some very high-achieving students. If you're going to somewhere to study biochemistry or something like that, that means your GPA in high school was not a 2.0. You didn't barely graduate. Yeah. You didn't graduate, oh lordy, like I did. You might have been a little closer to the cum laude, if you will. So I mean,
they give you a degree or a diploma just because they're sick of having you around.
That's right.
I did hear one of the cheerleaders was going to be going to Rose Holman.
I heard that as well.
I guess we'll be seeing her next year at the engineer ball game.
Yeah, maybe she'll cheer there as well. You just never know. So just a great crowd on hand when you see the senior day, the seniors, being celebrated with this many people in attendance. It's really awesome. I don't know. I haven't been to all the Terre Haute North games, but I would guess that this is probably their biggest crowd of the season.
Yeah, I've been
outside
to
of homecoming,
Yeah, I've been to 3 or 4. Certainly, everybody's a lot more into it tonight.
Yeah.
Not that they normally have a bad crowd. It's just this one's quite a bit larger. Student sections into it.
Yep.
We've got the pep band here, of course, and it's a pretty cool atmosphere. And I know you got into your feels the other night at
We're
South.
not doing it tonight. That was at South. I got nobody that goes to school here, so I'm okay.
But no, it's as you mentioned the other night. It's always an emotional time for the parents and all that. And we're going to stop talking about it now, or I'm going to start thinking 10 years ahead, and it's not going to be good. So.
21-20, the Huskies have the advantage as we're at halftime. We'll step aside for a break and come back, and we'll actually talk about the first half. How about that? We'll be right back on the Indiana Sports Network.
Grace Clinic Health Professional. Affordable, compassionate, comprehensive health care for the whole family. In Terre Haute and Greencastle.
At Indiana Land and Lifestyle, we go to great depths to list and sell your property. If your agent isn't willing to go to these depths,
6 acres with bass,
to list and sell your property, don't you think that's a little fishy?
And there's fish everywhere. Oh! And snapping turtles!
For all your Indiana land needs, check us out at indianalandandlifestyle.com.
Oh, that's gross.
This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.
There was a time when your local pharmacy defined your community. Before the days of long lines and drive-through national chains, pharmacists gave your health personal attention, and you always met with a familiar face. Back then, your questions were always answered, even when you forgot to ask. In Brazil, Indiana, that friendly local pharmacy has always been Lynn's Pharmacy since 1872. We are a modern pharmacy with the latest technology, still deliver that old-fashioned, friendly personal service today. Experience the tradition with your family at Lynn's Pharmacy in downtown Brazil.
Get the best high school rankings on XL High School Sports.
There is a greatness inside of you, a passion, a strength, a determination. So embrace it. Embrace the greatness that you bring to everything you do. Embrace the idea that you can do work that makes an impact, work that keeps the country moving forward and our economy strong. Because not everyone has what you have, and that's exactly what connects you to all of us at Great Dane. There's greatness inside of you. Are you ready to embrace it?
You're watching high school basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
21-20 as the cheerleaders are doing their dance routine now. As the first half, a little disjointed at times, not a whole lot of scoring. Both teams played hard. What did you see in that first half that stuck out to you?
Yeah, just a little spurts by both teams, it seemed like. Obviously Ross was playing pretty well. Once he found his shot, they started falling, and what he hit, I think, 3 threes. So, pretty good go for him. He's already got 9. Hubner doing what he does. He's got 10, and boy, he just attacks and attacks and attacks. And, one of the biggest problems is Gelhausen. I mean, he's already got 7 rebounds.
Yeah,
he's
a big boy.
He's a glass cleaner down there, and, he gives Evansville North a lot of opportunities that most teams don't get because they got that big man in there just scooping everything up. But, North is going to have to get a little better on the glass. Really, both teams aren't shooting that well. So it's going to be probably whoever can just get some shots to fall, to make it simple. That's about it. So.
I like to keep it simple. That's my one of the things I like to do when I want to complicate things is both of these teams are back out on the floor with their final warm-ups. I want to thank our sponsors. Goshen H&R Block, Great Dane, Hamilton Center, Lens Pharmacy, Mossy Oak Properties, Riddell National Bank, Sponsor Insurance, and York Automotive. I want to step aside for one more break here on our halftime show. Come back and you're set for the third quarter. You're watching high school basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
Here at Mossy Oak Properties, Indiana Land and Lifestyle, we know hunting property, and our agents have the skills to close the deal. But what is it that separates us from others? We have field experience. We speak the language. We use targeted marketing. We cast a wide net, and we have local contacts. When it comes to buying or selling your hunting ground, let's just say, we're killing it.
We were choosing colors for the house, and I stopped and looked at Mike and said, "We're really doing this, aren't we?" The process was challenging, but Riddell was there for us every step of the way. The mortgage, closing, they eased our stress. It made sense when Mike said,
"We're really doing this."
Mortgage loans made easy from Riddell. Making friends since 1885.
It could be anyone. The star student, the all-state athlete. I never thought it could happen to me, that I could lose everything. I found help, I found hope, I found recovery. I regained something lost.
I'm all-pro running back Jonathan Taylor for York Automotive. York is my #1 pick for your next car, truck, or SUV. Shop from over 600 vehicles at YorkAutomotive.com today.
You're #1 at York.
You're watching high school basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
Well, we're back here at the end of the halftime. 21-20 is going to start the third quarter. One thing I will say, I told the halftime show, we had the dance team, and then we had the Terre Haute North cheer team, who did an excellent job. I love the fact that the music was personalized to have the seniors' names in there.
Yeah.
That was a great touch. I would love to see some college in the area, whether it be Rose-Hulman, ISU. I would say specifically ISU because I think their halftime shows could use some nice polishing.
Yeah.
I'd love to see them invite several dance teams like high schools?
From the surrounding high schools.
Yes,
yeah.
and have them dance and do your little 2-minute number. Let's have 4 or 5 of them do it at halftime, or 3 or 4 of them.
It wouldn't be hard to get North, South, and West Vigo in there.
Park Heritage has a great dance team. We've seen them a couple times. I know they do a good job getting the little girls, like the dance academy. I can't remember what it's called. But to have some high schools in that, just watching that high school number, that was great. That's a competition piece.
Yeah,
they
really
all have
was.
them. Bring them out. Say, hey, come do your number at our halftime. That'd be pretty cool for the high schools.
There was even a couple moves in there. We kind of looked at each other.
Like,
I
wow,
didn't realize
yes.
that was coming.
Yeah, that was very impressive. Very impressive. So
anyway, back to basketball.
we touch on it all around here on the ENS Sports Network. We catch everything. Well, the Huskies have the ball. They have a 1-point lead, and as you said, Huber is attacking as he starts to circle the wagons and not force it. We'll see what the Huskies get out of this. Double team didn't quite get there to old Gelhaus, and they tried to get there to him, but he went a little bit too fast and got a good bucket.
Yeah, he's up to 5 on the night.
Ross dials up a 3. That's Alex Ross. He started, and I just don't know how these Ross boys are getting wide open shots in the flow of the Terre Haute North offense. This is not like deep in the possession.
Yeah, somebody's overlooked something on the scouting report here.
Reddy gets a start in the second half, as does Carpenter.
I was watched a good bit of the JV game before this, and we know North is losing quite a bit off this team, but one kid to watch coming in is actually the coach's kid, Gavin Wolfley.
Absolutely.
He's got a good shot, and he was just burying threes.
Speaking of burying threes, Kiamare Barnes keeps the 3-point lead for his squad.
Barnes averages 10.7 a game. That's his first 3 of the night.
Wait, I thought he could have gone to the basket there. Carpenter pushes off, gets away with it. Down low, a bucket by Scott, Ethan Scott.
(26-25). Evansville North still out front. This has been really tight from the get-go this evening.
Yes, it has. Nobody going through the lane without getting touched up a little bit. Nice screen by Caleb Harris. Frees up the 3-point shooter for a bucket. Caleb Harris should get, he won't get an assist for that, but he should get half of one because of his crushing screen.
Gelhausen stands 6'6". He's the team's leading rebounder. He's also the team's leading 3-point shooter. So he is an inside-outside weapon, and as you mentioned earlier, just a junior. If he was just a little bit bigger, he'd have it all.
I mentioned no seniors in the starting lineup for Evansville North. They start 4 juniors and a freshman. Ready on the drive. Maybe a little contact, nothing called. A jump ball will keep the possession here on the Patriots end. Right in front of the students. The baseline bums is what they used to be called. Affectionately called, I might add.
Ross is hunting that 3.
Yeah.
Moving all over, trying to get open.
Not a whole lot of movement to speak of. There's a pump fake and a 17-footer off the back rim. Huskies trying to build upon the 4-point lead. Scott cuts off the baseline. Hubner gets doubled out high. Players slipping, and I wonder if there's a little dust on the floor that's causing some difficulties. Barnes, a 3, no. Here comes Carpenter. Got to watch out from behind. Ross in the corner. 17-footer, no, by Jaden Waite. Ooh, what a screen, I'm telling you. And Harris felt that. As might have gotten maybe a knee in the midsection there, but he's going to Walk this one off. Ross, open again. Left side, short. A foul. As Harris, poor Caleb Harris, he just looking and say, hey, what did I do? I was just standing here. The young man just can't stay on the floor. He's got 3 fouls now. Let's see when they make a move. Yes, they do. I like seeing him on the floor. I hope I can see a little more of him.
Pretty athletic kid, it seems.
He is. 5-footer, no good. North gets the rebound. That's Terre Haute North. Almost a 3-second call. Carpenter looked like he wanted to dunk that, maybe? I don't know.
But Gelhausen not having any of it either way.
A drive by Huber, a foul on Reddy.
11 three-point attempts tonight for the Patriots. Connected on 4 of them, and they've all been from the Rosses.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I think that would be about what you would expect. Trying to think who else took a 3 besides the Rosses. I mean, they might have taken 10 of the 11, if not all 11.
yeah, I think Owens put up 1.
Okay.
But
30 to 25 after a made free throw, and now pressure by the Huskies. I love the wrinkle. Love the wrinkle. Isaac Ross from 3. You got to love that. If you're Terre Haute North, that is. That's his 3rd 3?
Yep. Yeah, he's got 12 now. So actually, I think it's his 4th.
Okay. Tough drive by Hubner leads to a 3-point, and boy, look at that. A few offensive boards. Now we got players on the deck, and here come the Patriots with Carpenter. Did he step out of bounds? We're pointing the other way. Or what are we pointing at? I thought he was pointing at the spot to take the ball out of bounds. He's going to take out of bounds in front of assistant coach Blank.
Evansville North did win. They have 1 state title to their name way back in 1967. I went through the list last night, and some interesting schools have won the.
That have 1 state titles?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's cool to see a steal by Carpenter. And no call. Wow. A lot of contact. No call. This is both. I told you about this in the first half. There's a lot of contact not being called, and I'm talking about both ways. Both of these coaches could be very upset.
Yeah, they've had a chat with a few players tonight, and it hasn't changed. They've been pretty consistent, but very physical right now.
Yeah. If you know the fouls are not coming, you got to play through the contact. Good no shot by Scott. Carpenter at the elbow. He'll take the jumper. They gave it to him. He cans it. Tied at 30. Patriots on a 5-0 run. Barnes on the drive, ready right there with it. Oh, Waite went for the pump fake, and now the foul. Gelhausen will get 2 free throws. Not sure if he was going to take that 3, but Waite took the bait.
Yeah, Waite's had kind of a rough night. Offensively, hasn't been able to find his stroke, and just not much happening for him tonight.
That's the 2nd foul on Jaden Waite. You need his physical presence here in a game like this. Got guys kind of banging around and being allowed to do so.
And with that free throw, Mr. Double-Double strikes again. That's 10 and 10
Wow.
for Gelhausen.
Huskies a 2-point lead. Ready? Oh, missed Ready, and that was a late find. Will still lead to 2 free throws as a foul. I think will be called on Sam McKinney. Reddy was wide open after that cut baseline, and they finally found him.
I would expect Reddy would get quite a bit more playing time next season.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see who all North has coming up. But
and Reddy has started several games this year. I mean, he gets good playing time, has really come on this year very nicely.
he's got a good shot, too.
He does. Cans both of the free throws, tied at 32. A minute and 52 to go. Here comes Terre Haute North with some pressure.
That's Reddy on defense there, knocking it away.
Patriots, they'll see they have to guard against the deep ball.
We've seen both coaches kind of adjust defensively all night long.
Yep.
Wow.
Ole defense there as guess who? Huebner gets to the bucket. That's not what you want after your little defensive pressure. Reddy fights through 2 to get 2. Tied at 34. It's going to be like this the rest of the game, isn't it?
Yeah. It's just anything you can do, I can do better at this point.
Minute 15 to go in the quarter. Corner 3. No good. And tipped, but controlled by, Terre Haute North. And then Owens tossed that one ahead to Ross, who couldn't hold it. 1:05 to go. We're tied at 34.
The city of Brazil was founded in 1866. By 1876, there were 2 schools, 7 dry goods stores, 2 hardware stores, 4 churches, and 5 drugstores. One of those drugstores is still there today, Lynn's Pharmacy. Lynn's Pharmacy has grown from a small neighborhood drugstore to a modern pharmacy, offering prescriptions and medical equipment with old-fashioned values and unparalleled service. You can even step back in time and visit Lynn's Soda Parlor
here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
You're watching high school basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
1:05 to go, third quarter. We're tied at 34. We've had a number of ties in this quarter. Also a number of lead changes. The Patriots were down 21-20 to begin the third quarter, and both teams, I think, have scored more points this quarter than in any other quarter thus far.
Yeah, they seem to have picked it up just a little bit offensively. Obviously, Ross keeps knocking down these threes for North, and boy, they just, every time they throw a punch, you know the Huskies answer right back.
Yep. So I think it was 8-7 at the end of the first quarter, if I remember correctly, 21-20 at the half. We'll see what happens here in the last 40 seconds of quarter number 3. Owens hounding McKinney. Carpenter trying to stay in front of Huebner. Crossover, gets in the paint, almost a turnover, but corralled by Chapman. Chapman with 25 and a 1. Kavish Reddy says he straight up and down. The referee tends to differ.
Chapman, the third Husky, into double figures now.
3 Huskies in double figures and 36 points.
Yeah.
That's funny.
They only have 4 scorers. The other 3 go to Kimari Barnes.
And when I say that's funny, I kind of mean ironic, not funny, ha-ha. Well, it's kind of ironic. I'll try to choose my words more carefully to be more exact next time. I don't want to think about making fun of a situation. Almost a turnover, and it is. Not the way you want to end the quarter. Here comes Chapman. We got 10 seconds and a 3-point lead. A quick jack by Huebner, in and out. A tip out. Can Reddy get to it? No. Huebner can. Down to 3. Crosses the half-court line. Got to get it up. He does not. Does not go. Oh, he counted. Whoa. They counted. Oh, my. They counted. They're going to talk about this, I do believe. We'll go to break. Right now, 37, Evansville North, 34, Terre Haute North. We'll sort this out on the other side of the break. We'll be right back.
We're the Browns, and this is our account. Our relationship with Riddell really began when we were kids, so when we started our business, it seemed like a natural fit for us.
Riddell's provided all of our financial needs for both personal and business, and we could not be happier with the level of service that we're provided.
Riddell National Bank has helped us grow our business so that we can help grow our communities with the core values that we both share. If you're looking to grow your business, Riddell is your best option.
At Great Dane, we are proud to invest in our people and the communities we call home. We are hiring now for trailer assemblers and welders across the country. We need the makers, people who are ready to make a difference. We need you. Build something bigger for yourself and your family with great health benefits, advancement opportunities, 401k, pension, and more. Apply today at greatdane.com/careers.
You're watching high school basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
Well, they count the Hubner bucket. They say it's good. They said it was before the clock expired. I don't agree with that, but it doesn't matter what I think. 39-34. Terre Haute North not happy. If they wouldn't have turned the ball over, they would not have been in that situation.
Yeah, and Coach Wolfley was really in the face of Kavish Reddy as he went back to the bench, not happy with his defensive effort there to end the quarter.
So a 5-0 flurry in the last 20-plus seconds. And now Evansville North, can they capitalize and get a bucket to start quarter number 4? Patriots hounding defense, but a little bit too much as into the game for the first time. Sam Glotzbach, and guess what? He picks up a foul.
The refs are going to have to watch this because they're getting a little chippy and a little mouthy with each other.
Yes, it is.
You don't want to see anything silly happen going into sectional play.
There'll be some hard screening going on out here in this last 7 minutes or so.
Really, Hubner really throwing some shoulders into Owens.
2 players on the floor. Here comes North. Got to watch out from behind. And the bucket. Isaac Ross has a chance for a 3-point play after the Husky turnover.
You know, if there's one way to get a crowd into a ball game, it's get physical and have a call or two go against you. And the Patriot faithful are coming to life.
Who was that sang that song, Let's Get Physical?
That was Olivia Newton-John.
Yeah. Yes, it was. That was a great song. I think that you hit the nail on the head about getting physical here, and I think the more physical team is going to win this game. Right now, the Huskies have a 2-point advantage, 39-37.
There's a little.
Boy!
Hey,
ball
hey.
hit the referee. If it would have stayed in bounds, that would have been live ball, but it ricocheted off the top of his head.
That's karma, right?
Yeah, it just might be. They say the ball don't lie, Troy. Okay, all right. I shouldn't.
He was the one that called that shot good. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Ready underneath the basket, all alone. And we got a tie game with 7 on the clock.
Boy, Reddy finding those back cuts, and they found him in time on that one, and another turnover.
Carey with the basketball, and a timeout by Coach Roach. A wise timeout to settle the truth. 6:50 on the clock, tied at 39.
Grace Clinic Health Professional. Affordable, compassionate, comprehensive healthcare for the whole family. In Terre Haute and Greencastle.
There was a time when your local pharmacy defined your community. Before the days of long lines and drive-through national chains, pharmacists gave your health personal attention, and you always met with a familiar face. Back then, your questions were always answered, even when you forgot to ask. In Brazil, Indiana, that friendly local pharmacy has always been Lynn's Pharmacy since 1872. We are a modern pharmacy with the latest technology, still deliver that old-fashioned, friendly personal service today. Experience the tradition with your family at Lynn's Pharmacy in downtown Brazil.
You're watching high school basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
Okay. 6:50 remains in this game. I'm getting confirmation from one of our camera operators that the shot at the end of the quarter was indeed good. So I'm wrong once again. I know how to eat crow and apologize. And
now I feel bad
stand
for
corrected.
saying the ref deserved getting hit in the head.
Well, he missed other calls. It's okay. Ross looks. Glossbach has it. Cut trying to get it to Owens and pass awry. Opportunity for the Huskies to once again take the lead.
Glotzbach came into this game not long ago, and he's pretty wound up.
He is.
He is fired up for his senior night, and he just got popped in the mouth there.
Trying to get around Alec Vidoni. Vidoni, 6'4" senior in the game. Hasn't seen a whole lot of time tonight. I think he got in for a brief moment in the first half.
Yeah, just keep an eye on those two, Vidoni and Glotzbach. Something's going to happen here.
A little shoving, a little pushing. Ball's loose. Huskies come away with it. Down to 6 minutes. Owens and Hubner really going after it. You got matchups all over the floor. Chippy, physical, bumping, grinding, fouling. 5 team fouls apiece now. Glotzbach will pick up foul number 2. Free throw line jumper. Old Chapman got a nice screen and got space. Huskies with a 2-point lead. Ross pops out, Hubner right with him. Great screen by Glossbach. He rolled, nobody looked at him. Owens, 3 from the left wing, no good. A block out will lead to a foul. How about that? Glotzbach tries to block out, gets thrown down by Vidoni, and the crowd cheers like it's the first foul being called on Evansville North.
Yeah, him and Vidoni just met each other, and they really don't like the look of each other. So, you know, it was hate at first sight.
Don't you love that?
Yeah.
Owens, pump fake. Scott in the left corner. He'll drive.
Whoa.
Oh, it's a travel. Oh, it's a travel. Did they get a foul?
Yep, they called the foul.
Oh, Lord. Did he take 5 steps before the foul?
Well, they're having a chat. I think they're going with the foul, yeah.
Did you see a travel before
I saw
the foul?
it, yeah. It was
okay. Kanan, did you see a travel first? All right.
Quit going to the camera operator, Walt.
He was right the first time, so I you know. And we want to thank our camera operators, Kanan Harper, Nathan Cowan, and Grant Hainig, doing a great job of giving us all the pictures that you see and putting together our producer and director, Tony Harper. Missed free throw. Oh, boy, a hip check by Glossbach.
That was after he lost the ball, too.
Yep, and it's going to be a 1-and-1. So free throws looming. We're going to get a lot of free throws the rest of the game, I think. The cheer that you hear is not for Alec Vidoni. It is for Sam Glossbach.
They appreciate the physical play here. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Hubner. The cut by, oh boy, it's a great cut. A great cut by Gelhausen. I thought the pass might have been a little tardy, but they got the bucket anyway. Being 6'6" definitely helps. 4-point lead leads to a full timeout by Todd Wolfley. 4:33 on the clock. We'll be right back after this.
Treatment for those with mental illnesses and addiction issues has evolved over the years.
In the late 1960s, Indiana's mental health system began to take shape.
From 1971
to 2021,
Hamilton Center has touched the lives of thousands of people
in central and west central Indiana.
We are committed to the latest therapies
to improve the quality of life for those with mental illnesses.
Treatment works.
Recovery is possible.
And thank you, Indiana.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools. We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstetter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service, dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
You're watching high school basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
I probably should have gone to see old Lynn Hostetler before this game. My throat is awfully scratchy. Keeping us all healthy with a personalized service and a friendly touch over there in Brazil.
Got that soda fountain, man.
I'm telling you, man. Terre Haute North trying to dent this 4-point lead. A big possession right here coming out of the timeout. Ready on the drive, shut down.
Watch Mr. Ross over here.
Overloaded on the near side. Now we get spaced out. Ross, oh my, that was a bad foul. That wasn't even close to a good foul. Sam McKinney just kind of forearm shivered him. And that's going to lead it to a 1-1. It's going to lead to free throws. Not good shot.
Bowling the China chop syndrome going on here.
You got to be a little smarter than that on that situation. You don't want to lead to free throws, especially when a guy is not even close to shooting the ball and then gets teed up. That's going to be foul number 5 for McKinney. The personal foul, and now the technical will be foul number 5, and one of the assistant coaches is extremely upset and is giving a nice lesson to Mr. McKinney as he takes his seat.
Boy, in a 4-point ball game, you just can't do that.
You just can't.
I mean, you can't do that anytime, but you know, when the game's tight, especially. I mean, that could change the momentum here. And
I will say, I absolutely love the teaching that is going on by one of the assistant coaches over there on the Evansville North sideline. Ready, we'll get these free throws. But the young man made a mistake, as all people do. We make mistakes. We're infallible creatures. But sometimes you need someone to talk to you, work you through that, have some dialogue with you, and that's exactly what is going on the Evansville North bench. A great piece of coaching right now as they're having a nice long chat with Sam McKinney. Not beating him up. You've seen I saw one of the coaches pat him and say, hey, you're going to be all right. Another one right now having a very lengthy conversation with him, explaining things to him. You don't just yell at a player and throw him by the wayside. You talk to him, you coach him up, and I know that Sam McKinney will be better for it after this experience. Now, that said, all free throws were made by Terre Haute North. We got a tie game.
Yeah, ready into double digits now. Ross hit a couple, and 12 of 13 from the free throw line tonight for the Patriots.
Tied at 43. North has a chance on this possession to take the lead.
Tell you what, senior night or no senior night, Coach Wolfley has let every senior hear it tonight at some point.
Yep. Corner 3, no good by Owens. The next dead ball, Carpenter will check in. Barnes had a little space. Here comes Hubner. In the lane, pumping, traveling as, ooh, boy, that, I thought he still had his pivot foot. I'm being honest with you. I'm not saying the ref was wrong. I've already said that a time or two.
Yeah, sometimes it's kind of deceiving the way it looks, and the ref gets fooled just like we do. And
yeah, I don't know if I'm right, he's right. Well, he's right. He has the whistle.
It's a crucial time. He should be right.
Tough turnover. Tough turnover right there.
10 turnovers now for the Huskies.
Patriots trying to capitalize. Ball poked away by Barnes. North gets on it, and that's Isaac Ross. Here comes the trap, and there's Reddy. North will reset. Under 3 minutes, tied at 43. Terre Haute North will try to execute their offense. They'd love a layup or an Isaac Ross 3 to get a 17-footer off the front iron. A long outlet pass. Carpenter got his hands on it, but couldn't corral it. Chapman in the paint. Turns around. Half hook. No. Ball's on the deck. Here come the Patriots. 2:27 to go in the game.
Nothing like a barn burner to end the season here, huh?
For a minute there, I thought Terre North was going to kind of stall this thing, and they might. They're going to see if Evansville North's going to come out and chase, and they do. We'll see how we do now. What are we going to run? Evansville North, one more foul. Terre Haute North will be in the double bonus. Under 2 minutes now. Patriots in no hurry. Let's see if, very careful, young men. Let's see if the Huskies throw a trap at some point. Here's, they're close to it. There is the trap. Up in the air, no, it's underneath the basket. Left hand layup, no good!
That's North ball, yep. Yeah, that one came down, I think it was Chapman, got his hands on it, but dribbled it on the baseline. And
couldn't squeeze it.
Yep. So North will retain possession. Great find down to Owens underneath, but he couldn't get the layup to fall.
Isaac Ross, left wing, bucket! 46 Patriots, 43 Huskies. Steal! Here comes Scott. Ball's on the floor, got to get it. And a foul will lead to 2 free throws. Foul will be on Gelhausen.
A lot of fight in this Patriot team tonight.
Yes.
No more than the last minute here. How about the quick inbounds to Ross? And just, I don't think anybody was expecting a shot that quick.
If Ross is on the floor, you have to be in his jersey, and that's tonight. If I fault Evansville North in anything, I fault the Huskies of giving up way too many open looks to the Ross twins.
Yeah.
The scouting report will tell you have to take away their airspace, and unfortunately for Evansville North, they have not done that tonight. 5-point lead by the Patriots, 1:05 to go in the game. Huskies looking for a shot. Hubner, step back, 3, off the glass, no. Ball's in the air. Isaac Ross has it. Ooh, boy, ball went around the backboard. Patriots got to get it across the 10-second line. They do, but a turnover. Oh, my.
Last year, just over a year ago, Evansville North defeated Terre Haute North by 5. Patriots looking to avenge that here in the next 40 seconds.
Chapman picks up his dribble. Barnes, three-pointer. No good off the front iron. Ball's in the deck. Somebody get it. Isaac Ross has it. He gets fouled. He'll get 2 charity tosses. What a great applause from this Terre Haute North fan base. Kudos to the Terre Haute North fans. They didn't just leave after a halftime or the senior day presentations. A lot of folks stuck around for the duration of this game.
Yeah, and that looks like they may get paid off here as the Patriots have surged ahead in the last minute.
Isaac Ross.
21 now for Ross. He leads all scorers tonight.
Makes a pair. Patriots with their biggest lead, 7 points, with 30 seconds to go. Dale Housen tees up a three. That's a wild one. Goes off the backboard, off the rim, and ready. We'll get free throws to try to ice this thing. 22.1 seconds on the clock. Terre Haute North up 7. A great opportunity to win a game in their a game after their last 2 defeats.
22 for Isaac Ross tonight. The man at the line, Kavish Reddy, has 10.
Patriots have been magnificent from the free throw line tonight.
That they are 18 of 19, or excuse me, 17 of 18 from the line.
You said it right the first time. Oh, I spun out. And a timeout by Coach Roach. We'll be right back. 20.5 seconds to go. We'll be back after this.
We were choosing colors for the house, and I stopped and looked at Mike and said, "We're really doing this, aren't we?" The process was challenging, but Riddell was there for us every step of the way. The mortgage, closing, they eased our stress. It made sense when Mike said,
"We're really doing this."
Mortgage loans made easy from Riddell. Making friends since 1885.
It could be anyone. The star student, the all-state athlete. I never thought it could happen to me, that I could lose everything. I found help, I found hope, I found recovery. I regained something lost.
You're watching high school basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
Well, there was a massive cheer for the Patriots, and that is because senior extraordinaire Damon Sturm got into the basketball game, and the Huskies basically allow him to get a shot off. The kid scores. Damon Sturm, injury-riddled senior campaign, got hurt at the end of football season. I don't know that he's played all basketball season. I'm not sure. I haven't seen him on the court. But Damon Sturm, a three-pointer, goes in the game, and then that will come out. What a first of all, classy touch by Evansville North to basically turn the ball over and allow him to have a shot. That's classy.
How clutch was that shot?
That's boy, you got to love that for Damon Sturm, who has meant so much to the program, the Terre Haute North, basketball and football. So feel really good for that young man.
We see sophomore Landon Wilkinson on the floor, number 50. And just a whole new set of Huskies on the floor.
Right.
Luke Smith, number 52, is in there. Peyton Mixon, number 5.
Shoot it, young man. Well, the Terre Haute North Patriots, people will see the final score and they'll think that the Patriots had a comfortable win. It was all but that. 54-43, your final score. We'll take a quick break, come back with an expeditious post-game show. You're watching high school basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
There is a greatness inside of you, a passion, a strength, a determination. So embrace it. Embrace the greatness that you bring to everything you do. Embrace the idea that you can do work that makes an impact, work that keeps the country moving forward and our economy strong. Because not everyone has what you have. And that's exactly what connects you to all of us at Great Dane. There's greatness inside of you. Are you ready to embrace it?
At Indiana Land and Lifestyle, we go to great depths to list and sell your property. If your agent isn't willing to go to these depths,
6 acres with bass,
to list and sell your property, don't you think that's a little fishy?
And there's fish everywhere. Oh! And snapping turtles!
For all your Indiana land needs,
check us out at indianalandandlifestyle.com.
Oh, that's gross.
I'm All-Pro running back Jonathan Taylor for York Automotive. York is my #1 pick for your next car, truck, or SUV. Shop from over 600 vehicles at yorkautomotive.com today.
You're #1 at York.
You're watching high school basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
At the end of the third quarter, the Huskies had a 5-point advantage, 39-34. The Patriots outscored the Huskies 20-4 in the fourth quarter. Troy, that's getting it done.
Yeah, they absolutely own the fourth quarter. You know, we said with about 17 minutes left in this thing that it wasn't the performance you really want to see going into sectionals, and boy, they turned it around. The physical play, I mean, they put in a few guys. Glotzbach played a pretty big role. He didn't score.
That's right.
I don't even think he had a rebound, but he came in and just the enthusiasm
That's right.
and the toughness that kid played with got the crowd into it, got his teammates fired up, and it just set the Patriots off and running on the way to a big win.
It was about halfway through the quarter. Sam McKinney for the Huskies committed foul number 4 and then got a technical foul. It was 37-41, Huskies up 4 at that point. 4 free throws later, tied at 41, and the Patriots are off and running. Sam McKinney will have better days. He got a teaching lesson. I'm not trying to pile on the young man. I know he'll have a good career, and he'll be better for that. You know he feels bad. But the Patriots, I will focus on the fact that they took advantage of the situation, made their free throws, and closed the game out.
Yeah, they absolutely did. 17-19 from the free throw stripe tonight. Isaac Ross had 22 and 4 rebounds, and Kavish Reddy had 11 points. So he played a big role tonight. Didn't really see that coming, but you know, I could see him having a big senior year next year.
Absolutely.
So it'll be fun to watch. Ethan Scott played a big role. He had 11 points and 3 rebounds. And, you know, it seems with Evansville North, you've got their 3 guys, and that seems to be about it this season. So, but they have a younger team, so there's a lot to see. You know, what could happen in the next couple of years for the Huskies could be something special. But, yeah, those 3 guys, that's pretty much all they got going into sectional. So it's going to be a rough road for them. We'll see how the Patriots do next week. They got a really tough first test.
Both teams will have sectionals next week. The Huskies will have Harrison. The Patriots will have Brownsburg. Boy, these are really 2 tough games, but you have 4 quarters to make your case, and the better team will prevail. I want to thank our sponsors one last time. Go to H&R Block, Great Dane, Hamilton Center, Lens Pharmacy, Mossy Properties, Riddell National Bank, Sponsor Insurance, York Automotive. Our camera operators, Kanan Harper, Nathan Cowan, and Grant Haynick. Our producer and director, Tony Harper. This is our final broadcast for basketball in the, I guess, the school year 2022-2023. We'll take the month of March off, and then we'll come back in April with Rose-Hulman baseball, softball, and track and field. Our first broadcast will be April 8th. It's a Saturday at Manchester. Rose-Hulman softball doubleheader. Make sure you stay tuned to the Facebook page or the rest of our social media pages, our website, to give you the broadcast schedule. But April 8th is our target for our next broadcast here on the Indiana Sports Network. For my broadcast partner, Troy Wilson, I'm Walter Gordon saying good night, God bless. You've been watching the production of Indiana Sports Network, LLC. Thank you for watching.
This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.